Hey everybody, it's Alex in a classroom. I wanted to make this video because I am either about to, or I am currently, or I just finished grading some of your work. If you haven't seen the notes yet, or will see the notes, I want to explain typically how I grade. So in this video, I'm going to explain how I grade stuff. I'm going to explain how I grade quizzes, discussions, writing assignments, and speeches. So first thing, the quizzes. Quizzes pretty much grade themselves. If it's a multiple choice question or matching questions, or if it's something in which there is a right and wrong answer, all of that stuff grades itself. I typically use a lot of quizzes. My online class can be quiz heavy because I want you to get instant feedback. I don't want you to have to wait for me to grade a bunch of things. So I have a lot of quizzes and different types of quizzes so that way you get to engage in content in more meaningful ways while also getting instant feedback on how correct or incorrect you know the material. So next, let me talk about the discussion boards. So discussion boards are pretty much based on what you post and how you reply to your classmates. There might be some like word requirements. Essentially, you get full credit if what you post and what you reply to your classmates, if that hits like the word count or the video minute count and it appears realistic and sincere. So you get full credit if you reasonably answer the prompt and respond to your classmates in a way that seems constructive and sincere and communicative in some particular way. If your work looks generic, or if it looks like you AI generated your answer, or your answer looks suspect, I take points away. So, for example, you can post a really good answer. You can have a really good answer, but if for all of your peer replies you say, "Hey person, great job. I loved what you had to say. Keep up the good work." "Hey person, great job. I loved what you had to say. Keep up the good work." "Hey person, loved what you had to say. Keep up the good work." If I see that you're not really giving good feedback, personalized feedback, if I see that your responses are canned responses that you're using or AI generated, you're not getting full credit for it. So for your discussions, make sure to give honest answers and honest feedback to your classmates. As long as it looks authentic to me, you get full credit. Now let me talk about the writing assignments. So writing assignments are based on how well you hit the formatting. For the most part, there were really like four things I'm looking for. Is your work formatted correctly? Are you writing in a structure and in a template and in a way that I want you to write? Is the structure good? That's what I'm looking for. Second thing I'm looking for is the word count or how substantive your writing is. Does it look like you wrote enough content that reasonably answers the prompt or the task or something like that? Like, I need to see amount of good chunky writing to tell, okay, this answer looks reasonably substantive. The other thing I'm looking for is the tone of the writing. Because this is a communication class, you need to write in a way that sounds conversive. Are you writing in a way that sounds or feels authentic and personable and relative to your answer and the way you see things? I am also looking for, does your response and tone appear sincere and authentic and relatively reflecting you and your style? And then the last thing I'm looking for, and this changes every once in a while, but how well you cite evidence, how well you give personal anecdotes about your own life or your own experiences, or are you writing something academic or making an argument? And are you orally citing research? Are you citing academic research in your presentations? Are you citing, hey, by the way, here's some information that proves what I have to say, and then here's why that information matters, and here's the TLDR of what they said. In terms of your writing assignment, I am looking for formatting, substance, tone, and evidence cited. Last, I'm going to talk about are the speeches. So, speeches are pretty much, or speech videos, or videos where I see you on camera, are the main crux of this class. whether it's public speaking or argumentation and debate or interpersonal communication or communication in new media or small group communication or intercultural communication. By the way, there are more communication types of classes. I'm not going to give the whole list. Those are the main ones I teach. But essentially, in your videos, you need to be in a demeanor and presenting information in a way that is reflective of the class. So notice I am standing up. Every time I talk about something different, I'm moving from one side to another and I'm directing my message to you. So this is indicative of a speech presentation. Versus if you're doing a blog or a vlog for interpersonal, you might be closer to the camera and you might be, just trying to be real and saying things off the cuff, improvisationally and impromptu because you're trying to be real. So in an interpersonal class, you might do this. Or if you're in a media class, you might be recording from your phone because you might have to post stuff on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube Shorts or something like that. But generally, the way I grade your videos are based on the style that is expected in the class. So if you're taking a public speaking class, you should be presenting like you are giving a speech presentation. If you're taking an interpersonal class, you should be more personable and more low-key and more sincere in what you do. So with that being said, let me wrap up and come back to the center. So in this video, I talked about how I grade your work. Quizzes auto-grade themselves. Discussions are based on, do your posts and peer replies look authentic and real and answer the question, does it answer the prompt? Your writing outlines or like your long form writing assignments are graded on their formatting and substance and tone and how well you cite evidence. Your videos are graded on, are you demonstrating the work or representing yourself in a way on camera that is relative to the class. The reason why I'm going over this in my video is because either I just graded your work, I'm about to grade your work, or have been doing it and then I paused to make this video, or I already graded your work and you want to know like why I gave you some of that feedback. So with that being said, I hope that this was a good way for you to learn and see how I grade you, because I want to be really transparent in my expectations of your work and how to do better in my class. If you have any questions, hit me up. If you're watching this, you're in my class and you know how to hit me up. That's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you for watching, everybody. See ya.